the December 1st, 2025 Area Plan Commission meeting to order. If you would please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Mr. Glantz, if you would give us a roll call vote, please.
No, I'm a roll call for you. Okay. Randy Atkins,
Yes.
John Pearson,
Yes.
Clayton Schultz,
Here.
Karen Pullen,
Here.
Raymond Bear, Travis Lemaster,
Here.
Jerry Cadell,
Here.
Ron Stewart, Frank Hicks,
Here.
Dana Richmond, and Josh Courtney.
Okay. All right, if you would, item 3, please review the November 3rd, 2025 meeting minutes.
Move we approve the minutes from November 3rd.
So a motion from Mr. Schultz to approve the minutes. We have a second from Mrs. Pullen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, moving on to old business, we're going to table 153.104. Mr. Glenn, you may have some comments in regard to that in his report. We need a motion for that. Table. Okay, do we have a motion to table item 4?
I'll make a motion with that.
Have a motion from Mr. Lemaster. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Second from Mr. Pearson. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed? All right, motion carries. Moving to new business, I'm going to request that we have an amendment to the agenda. I would like to make it 5.2. That would be the approval of a code enforcement officer, Louis Aguilar. So looking for a motion to add 5.2 to the agenda.
I'll make a motion to add 5.2 to the agenda.
We have a motion from Mr. Pearson. We have a second.
Second.
Second from Frank Hicks. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so item 5.1 under new business, let's take a look at the approval of the 2026 regular meeting schedule. It'll be in your packet. I believe that's common with what we've done in the past with the first Monday of the month. Did we have any conflicts with holidays with this schedule?
I don't think so, but if anybody's seen one,
Okay.
the one that's like Labor Day, and I think we're past that one on this schedule.
We entertain a motion to approve the 2026 regular meeting schedule.
I motion we accept the approval of the 2026 regular meeting schedule.
Motion from Mrs. Pullen. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Mr. Fidel. All those-
Discussion.
Yes.
September the 7th is Labor Day.
It is Labor Day.
So I was just gonna say,
So
Okay,
mean, if we want to meet on Labor Day, I guess, well, I guess the county building will be closed, so we can meet on Labor Day.
I got a key.
Wow, you're a government employee, I'm pretty sure you kind of work on Labor Day.
So we wanna move that to, what's the next Monday?
14th.
14th.
A lot of us might not be here for meetings.
Thank you, Mr. Schultz. So I'm going to allow Mrs. Boland to amend that motion.
What date are we wanting?
Sorry.
What date are we wanting?
I believe we're gonna go with September 14th, which would be the next Monday.
Motion we have, change the September 7th to September 14th on the schedule.
Okay? So we have a motion to accept the schedule with the amendment to September 14th instead of September 7th, 2026. Have a second? Second from Mr. Caudell. Thank you again, Clayton. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, moving to 5.2. Belinda and Todd and I went through some interviews for a code enforcement officer. And I'll let Todd share any comments he may have.
So yes, we interviewed, well, we had quite a few, people that sent in applications, right? We whittled those down and interviewed, several. We had, we had one individual who was really overqualified. Could have done the office part of the job, I think, really well. But then the field part of it, we felt like was weak. And so we have the candidate we have now. Seems to be well-rounded, and, you know, checking background and so on is, the best candidate that we interviewed. I mean, there's no code enforcement experience, right? And those kinds of things are just kind of few and far between. But, you know, a good work record and, has a positive attitude and is willing to serve the community. That was one of the things I thought was a strength. Wanted to move his career into, something more meaningful.
Any questions, commission members?
When is it fair to say code enforcement is like an entry level to area planning things? Like you move from code enforcement to maybe inspector to executive director or something, so it's kind of
Or-
expected.
Into actual law enforcement. I mean, I think it goes a lot of different ways, right? You begin that, your career into, community service, really.
Right. Okay.
We will entertain a motion to approve Louis Aguilar as our code enforcement officer.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, come on. Motion,
I'll second.
have a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, and welcome, Mr. Aguilar. to the APC hall. Okay, moving to item 6, public hearing, docket 22-25, Tyrone Sanders, zoning change, general business to R3. Any background, Mr. Glantz, you'd like to give us?
Well, the petitioner is here. The background is, earlier this year, we gave him, a zoning approval for a parcel. I didn't realize, I guess, maybe some miscommunication, but he wanted both parcels that he owned. The zoning changed on that. I was just thinking it was the one that had the buildings and so on it, so he has two parcels there. One is really just an empty parcel with nothing on it. he'd like both of them to be, and it makes sense, right? That both of them are all going the same. I don't know if we need to, if you'd like to go into it any more deep or have.
Okay, we will open the
Mr.
public
Sanders.
hearing. Mr. Saunders, would you like to share with us? We'll start with 15 minutes. Time frame if needed.
Oh.
Tyrone Saunders, 118 East Hill Street, Van Buren, Indiana, 46991. Yes, he reiterated that, somehow we didn't get it right somehow. But with my condition, I didn't really have it right either. Um, So what we wanted to do is we wanted to make it all residential for the commercial with the two deeds basically. And that's where I kind of lost it, I guess. But the one got done, as far as the, commercial and residential. So that way I can, obtain a mortgage on the property. And then when we got to looking at it, the mortgage company says, oh, wait a minute. Can't do that because one of them is still, merge them, we can't do anything because it's commercial. And I said, well, I'm not real sure about that. I'm pretty sure. And then when I got with Mr. Todd there, he said, yeah, somehow we overlooked that. And the other one is still commercial. So the mortgage company worked very fast and diligently, faster than I could get things together with him. And so they put the mortgage on the first parcel. And now I'm at the situation where I can't merge that with that, now. But I would still like to have that commercial turned to residential. So then in a couple of years, I can probably, as they inform me, refinance and merge that all together and I can do the deeds and all the stuff back then. It's kind of a setback for me. It was a little frustrating at first, but we do everything in God's time, so, everything happens for a reason. So, I don't know, I didn't understand that reason by then, but, and probably I still don't. But, I would like that, for that future reference, and so that way I don't have to go through all the steps and processes later down the line, and that way it's all completed. So that, parcel of land is actually, addressed as East Hill Street. So, my property joins up to it, 118 East Hill, joins right up to that property. And is basically my backyard, because without that parcel of land, I don't have anything about an air conditioner width of land, so, so I would like to have all that, that East Hill Street parcel, which I could give you a parcel number if you'd like. That is different from the 118 still, but eventually I want to put it all together. And that was my intention at the beginning, but then we kind of got miscommunicated in some fashion. And that's a understandable and a human mistake, and such, so. But that's, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Thank you, Ty. Anybody else in support? This request? Hearing none. Anybody in opposition? In the audience? Okay. We'll close the public hearing. Commission members, any questions or discussion in regard to Mr. Saunders' request?
So I've got it up on Elevate parcel. And the 118 East Hill Street is still listed as general business. Todd, Mr. Clancy, how long does it normally take to update that? Has the update been made to the recorder's office and Would
The
we-
update has been made through all, all of the offices. Area plan, changes the GIS. I had Snyder in my office today, and well, I just.
Since this was on
the-
the doc,
And with the GIS company, Snyder, we're just trying to get to the point where we can be trained on how to change it. Because that's the one thing the area plan does change on GIS is the zoning.
oh, okay.
So we go in and physically do that change. But there's no one in the office that knows how to do, we haven't been trained yet.
Okay, so,
So we've been working on that all year long.
okay, well, that's fine. So it is R3, it's just the GIS doesn't show it yet.
Right.
That's fine, great.
That was the mortgage company had the same question, so they got with the assessor's office and they clarified all that.
Okay.
So yes.
And so the official record map is in the office, and there's a sticky note on it. I'm afraid that's where we're at.
Any other questions or comments, commission members? Hearing none, we're ready for a motion.
We approve this.
We have a motion from Mr. Odell to approve Chief Russ. You have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Pearson. Let's do a roll call. It's a public hearing.
I know it's a little out in my list. Okay. John Pearson,
Yes.
Clayton Schultz,
Yes.
Karen Poland,
Yes.
Travis Lemaster,
Yes.
Jerry Cadell,
Yes.
Frank Hicks.
Yes.
Motion passes. I didn't miss anybody, did I?
Late evening.
Hmm?
We need 7?
Oh, Randy Atkins.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
You guys have your,
Glad you're in charge.
good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're doing things right.
That's right. No good deed goes unpunished.
Yes.
Okay, we are ready for, number 7. Reports, resolutions, communications, and general discussion. Mr. Brookfield?
We went to court on November 20th and got the order from the judge to clean that. I can never remember the address, property on State Road 13. So it's good to go. They'll be getting cleaned up, health department and area plant.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
All right. Mr. Glancy?
Okay. The only thing I have that I'd like to really get rolling is everybody has a copy of this from a couple months ago, right? It's the Indiana Data Center Review and Concepts, dated 10/31/25. Has anybody had a chance to look at it? I mean,
Yes, sir.
and go through some of the links? Anybody find any links or something that was really wrong, let me know. But, I mean, it looks like we have 2 other counties in Indiana, unless somebody else finds some others, right? That have data center ordinances. And, you know, I'm working on a document that will compare those, find their strengths and their weaknesses. I'm not, haven't quite ready to roll out yet. And then I've also have a document that I need to do a little bit more tweaking to, but it's basically an outline. I'm thinking we would go through an ordinance, if we're gonna prepare an ordinance, a document like this, that we should start out with an outline. Where we're not going through what the setbacks are, what all the details are necessarily in ordinance form, but in an outline form. And then we'll turn it into ordinance language. That's my suggestion to the board.
Start with discussion.
Discussion centered around, you know, an outline. And that outline is gonna be centered around points in this. So there's some area that I'm completely missing, right? that is something that, let me know. We can put it into, the outline, okay? But I think starting with an outline, then we can talk about details, and then we'll word the details into ordinance form. Does that sound like a reasonable plan? And then start getting the public to come in and, voice their concerns. I mean, we've talked about it now for 2 months. This will be the 3rd month, I believe. We've mentioned it publicly. And, I've had a few people call the office, but not very many. Trying to get ahead of the game here.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
So a couple of things that is in here that I'm not seeing a lot of is transparency. What are they doing? Who are they working with? Right? What's their energy needs? Like a yearly update of what the data center's client list is. What's their energy usage? Not that we could control it, but we want to know, right? And water usage. Things like that, right? Those are the things that we should have a report on an annual basis. Or not. But it's a discussion, it's a discussion point, right?
David, before you leave, is there anything that, your thoughts about once we get this outlined in a discussion format, anything would keep us from posting that online for the public? For the sake of transparency out of this office?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'll think about it some more.
Okay.
You're talking about just in an outline form, basically saying this is what the Area Plan Commission is discussing and considering, something like that.
Yes, I guess, broader question, David, I guess what I'm asking is if you have any suggestions on how we go about bringing this to the public, we would sure entertain any input you may have in order to.
I would suggest that get the outline put together, say the AP, and then it can just have a public hearing on it, let the public come and give their input on it.
Okay.
Just advertise a meeting, and whether it be a special meeting or maybe a meeting, we don't have a lot on the agenda.
Okay.
So it fits everybody's calendars.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay.
Just get that input up front before you really even start forming an ordinance.
Okay, right. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, that would be very helpful, as we've seen from past experiences.
Learn from that.
Yes,
Travel safe.
thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
be safe.
Take care, guys.
Learn a lot though, right?
Yes.
You might not think of.
Other things, Mr. Lancy?
No, that's kind of the big ticket item on my plate. I've been keeping the ship running.
Commission members, any questions? Director Clancy?
I agree, the water, power, and bandwidth usage are the big concerns. I don't think we have as many concerns about like bonds for land cleanup and some of the toxins and things like that, but water usage is what I think we'll have to keep an eye on. I think we will have to be careful about client lists. I think that'll be a non-starter because we're talking about hospital records, we're talking about, the CIA could
Well,
use this.
there's- Right,
Maybe.
we have to word that very carefully.
Yeah, and I think that's a tree we might not want to bark up. I think it's very fair to ask, megabits, talking about bandwidth usage, talking about space. Are you meeting your carve-out requirements for Grant County? Things like that. Maybe even a yes or no. Are you handling sensitive government material or something? Are you handling medical material? Maybe we have a list of 10 categories of things that you do and don't include, but I think client lists we're gonna be, companies like Google and companies like Amazon, they only last this long by not sharing people's credit card data. People's credit card numbers will be in that data warehouse if it shows up. So something for people to keep in mind. It's all well and good to say we want client lists, but I think this is something different than power companies. This is a fundamentally different, and that client list might be 10,000 different companies or individuals as opposed to fine.
Right.
So,
I guess I'm thinking, in my opinion, I'd like to keep it in the country. Or at least friendly countries.
that's fair. That's different than a client list, but
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
the mentality, right?
I'd like to add a little something to this. I have a pretty good friend in Smithville, Tennessee. He owns a farm. They came in there and wanted to do this on the back of his farm.
Mhm.
Well, he got a lawyer and went through all the hoops and done it. But he said he wished he'd never done it. He said, number one, they're Chinese, which I don't know if we're gonna be dealing with Chinese or not, but he said that you had to have an interpreter for anything you done with them, and they would give you no information, little as they had to give you. So that's not a good thing, I don't think, if that's the situation we're getting into, I don't know, but he's really disappointed. I mean, he's made some money. I mean, he said the money's good, but at some point, you know, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So
I,
I just wanted to throw that in there.
no, I think that's fair, and I think that's fair. I think that's a different thing than saying
I agree.
client list.
Yeah,
Right.
Those are different. We can have that discussion.
You're
That's a
talking about
different.
embargoed countries, that's not our jurisdiction.
Yeah, right. And we defer now, like, we defer international relations to the federal government. I don't think Grant County's in a position to be adjudicating international relations, but I think it's very fair to say, we're gonna go off of the blank list, from the FBI or the Department of National Security or something.
yeah.
I think that would be fair.
Yeah, so at this point, looking through what I've given so far, is we want to have a good, deep discussion about transparency, right?
Yeah,
And then what can we do
Mhm.
as a county entity with a county ordinance to get the transparency that we would like? Right? And then are there other areas that we want to get on this list to be able to discuss, right?
Water, I think, is gonna be the
Water,
biggest one.
yeah.
That's what we're gonna have to,
we'll probably have to build a dam back up.
yeah. Well, even more than carve outs, maybe my thought is more along the lines of,
They need to do that.
hey, if you wanna come here, you have to pay for a fiber optic upgrade. Or if you come here, you have to pay for the increased wells or whatever infrastructure is required to have you come in. If people ask what's in it for Grant County, well, if we can triple our water processing, or if we can triple our bandwidth or something, that might be what's in it for us. But that, so that it wouldn't be tax on our current residents.
And really, that's what I'm thinking with the carve out, is what is it for, where are we, the county, getting the benefits? Because it's not having it eat up electricity and eat up water and give us 20 pretty good paying jobs, right?
And what things are coming out.
Yeah,
I mean, how is it gonna affect our properties around
I
here?
mean, if they were gonna be hiring thousands of people, whoa, that sounds good, but they're not.
No, this one doesn't down there.
No, they just don't.
No.
It's like Bitcoin out there by me.
Yeah,
Yeah, when they come in and seen us say, yeah, we're gonna hire 35 people locally, there ain't one American there, they're all Chinese.
yeah.
And none of them speak English.
Yeah, I've been there.
We just need to be careful with it. I'm not saying I'm against it. I think for certain things, it's probably a pretty good setup, maybe. I don't know, but we'll just have to see.
No, they can come in and get everybody's ID over the time.
Yeah, I don't like that. But
Other questions?
Everybody online bank.
Thank you, Mr. Clancy.
You're welcome. So this is starting the discussion.
We're gonna get her started. Okay, hearing none, item number 8, public input and comment. Letting the audience or online make a comment. If you would, please sign at the podium.
I'll make a brief comment. Ed Hartman, y'all know me, okay. I think in your plan, in your ordinance, you need to look at, okay, how have these data centers gone elsewhere? If you followed the news much, I think you can say, at least in some places, they've been horribly mishandled. It's been a terrible outcome. And you hear all kinds of protests, animosity, and ugly meetings, things we would like to avoid. And I think transparency is one of those things that can help this, but also is set it up so that it's done right. Look at some of the bad examples, like in Fort Wayne. They want to have 179 standby diesel generators at the facility outside. No pollution controls on them. And they've made this request to IDEM, hoping to get that passed. Can you imagine the noise?
Yeah.
It'd be something, wouldn't it? Now, those will run frequently, just to make sure they'll run when they're needed. And it's been quite some time, but I toured a data center in Indianapolis, and it was just a room warehouse full of servers. And then they had a big equipment room where they also had a big V8 engine running, turning a large generator. And we're like, does that run all the time? And they're kind of like, no, not all the time. But we have to have very good electricity. It can't vary. When the load comes on, these come on.
Yeah.
And so, and they vented it, the exhaust through the roof, So on the outside of the building, we didn't know it was there. But you put 179 outside, that's gonna make a lot of noise. Plus, there's also noise that the fans and the cooling systems create. So all I'm saying is try and do everything you can to prepare that this is not the albatross of the community and the community is outraged. And I think you've gone a long way to make it acceptable.
Thanks, Ed.
Have a good day.
Anyone else? Okay, hearing none, we'll move to item 9, adjournment. Entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion from Karen Poland. We have a second.
Yes.
Second from Jerry Condo. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank everyone for coming. Be safe traveling home.